10 years later, the best basketball rivalry in the state is back. Welcome into sports. I'm Sydney Berger. Before the decade-long hiatus, Gonzaga versus Washington State was one of the most played rivalries in college basketball. And tomorrow, the series continues, and we won't have to wait another 10 years to see it again. The 18th ranked Zags are welcoming the Cougs into the kennel for a conference matchup. It's the first of 2 games this season, which isn't normally the case, but will be the new normal with both universities playing in the same conference. Tomorrow night, the Zags are favorites to win on their home court, and their biggest contrast to this WSU team right now is their depth. While the Zags have a number of star players, WSU is plagued with injury as 2 of their starters from earlier in the season are out. But the Cougars are still a 13-4 team despite being shorthanded, and Gonzaga head coach Mark Few recognizes Coach David Riley's success with the Cougs so far.
They're kind of fearless. They're very, very physical. They're smart. They play like a really old team, and they look like they've played together a long time. So, yeah, he's done a wonderful job.
Gonzaga is ranked 7th in the country in scoring offense, averaging just under 88 points a game. WSU has a similar identity, with Riley saying he's more of an offensive-minded coach. They've also been consistent shooters throughout their season, of course, disregarding a pretty bad loss to Pacific last night. Riley says that loss, though, wasn't a lapse in technique, but more of things on the effort side.
I think that the game humbles you, and we weren't mentally tough enough because I thought our egos were getting a little bit big, and maybe that's from winning, maybe that's from me not having good enough practices that put them in reality. There's a lot of different things that could go into that, but when we're pointing fingers and we're blaming others, I think that shows a little bit of mental weakness, and hopefully this game can make us tougher.
The Cougs are coming off of their first loss at home of the season and a loss to one of the worst teams in the WCC. So Riley is looking for a quick fix to the toughness before facing the big dogs. So a little bit more about the history of this rivalry that's coming back to life. The last time the Zags won was their last meeting in 2015. The last time the Cougs won was in 2010 at home. And the last time the Cougs won in Spokane was in 2007, when both teams were ranked. And through 150 matchups, Gonzaga has won 98 of those meetings.